And Shalom Malakim. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakagadash. Double honors of the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to all the Hakim that is doing the work in sincerity and charity with humiliation all across the four winds. To you I salute. This is Brother Yahshua Woman from the GMS Bombers Camp Bagaji with a brief spiritual hydration. And the last one I want to touch on this morning was the most I put into my spirit. Blessed are ye. Blessed are ye. The precept I have up here, first precept is Luke chapter 6 and 22. It says, blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake. So when the world rejects us, when the world talks ill of us, when they don't want us around them, when you walk into a room and you can feel the energy of the room get sucked out, or the whole vibe of the room change, that's because more than likely you are the topic of the conversation. Understand, whenever we walk into a room full of people, especially people who ain't in this truth, you're walking into a room full of wicked people, and they hate you because they see the light in you. You see, they don't even know why they don't like you. You see, but when they have those wicked and evil spirits on them, those wicked and evil spirits recognize the light that is within you. And when your light enters the room, it causes the darkness to be purged out. It makes the darkness to run and flee. You see? So when men hate you and separate you from their company, for the son of a Mashiach's sake, for the son of the Most High's sake, you should rejoice. Scripture, verse 23 says, rejoice ye in that day, and leap for joy. For behold, your reward is great in heaven. For in the like manner did their fathers unto the prophets. So these were the same things that happened to the prophets back in the ancient days. You think Paul was liked for the ministry he was carrying forth? You think Yahushua was liked for the ministry he was pushing forth? You think any of the disciples were welcomed into the countries where they were going? No, because look what happened to them. Most of them were martyrs. Yahushua was put to death. You see? Why? For this ministry. They wasn't accepted where they were going. They wasn't, wherever place they went, if it wasn't a person of the Lord, they wasn't accepted. When it came down to, when we look at modern day times, either co-workers or friends who are in the world, notice, you don't really get invited much of places, and if you do, when you're there, you don't feel comfortable. Verse 24 says, but woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. I notice these days, well, everybody should be able to notice, no matter how much money a rich man has, he always wants more. Look at these billionaires, right? They have money like dirt. What they wake up every morning trying to do? Make more money. They could buy anything, like basically anything at their fingertips, right? But they can't. They themselves don't enjoy it because they could pervert themselves with anything. You see, ain't nothing for them to leave to their margin. I wonder if I could afford this. I wonder if I could afford that. Sustenance. Fun in their lives. We the poor people, we see them and we be like, what? Why have be so having all this money? But you wouldn't be. In my, I speak as a man when I say this, but a poor man's life is more exciting than a rich man's life. Because when a poor man wakes up, at least it's kind of different for us in the truth. Because the Most High promises to give us our daily bread. Sometimes he gives us more, but he never gives us less, right? When a poor man wakes up, he has to go to work. He don't know if he'll be able to pay this bill. Like you're not sure. You're not sure if you could afford this. You're not sure if you're going to be able to afford that. A rich man, he don't have those so-called worries, but at the same time, his life is just bland. You know? But when we go back to the scriptures here, verse 24, it says, "But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation." The rich people already receive their treasures. You know? They have no need to put up spiritual treasures. You know, they don't have a care for what's to come because they already got theirs now. You know, and what they have now is only temporal. You know, verse 25 says, "Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep." And what that scripture meaning? You know, they have the riches now. Their bellies are full now. They have no need now. But when the time to come inside the kingdom, they will be hungry. You see, when that time comes for Jacob's trouble, when the Mosiah is watching over his elect, they shall be hungry. You see, they laughing now and they happy now. But in them time they shall weep, because all their riches shall come to naught. Poor man don't have nothing to lose in those times. Only thing he stands to do is gain. If he is serving the Lord, if he is of the elect. Verse 27, "But I say unto you, which hear, love your enemies, do good to them which hate you." And that's why the scripture tells us, you know, don't curse them. You see, when people do you wrong, you still live righteously and do unto them as you want to be treated. Because as you do unto them and you treat them good, all you do is heaping coals upon their head. Scripture tell you that. You know, keep heaping those coals upon their heads. When they revile you, when they kick you out of their place, when they give you an eviction notice, when they call you all manner of vacation, they can't tell you one reason why they doing it. The scripture say, what? Love your enemies and do good to them which hate you. When they say you can't do this, or you know, they don't want you around and they can't stand you, that's because they hate the light within you. You see, darkness don't like the light. So when they walk in darkness, when they are comfortable in that darkness, you just continue, you know, don't hate them. Let them hate you. You don't hate them. Verse 28 says, "Bless them that curse you, and pray for them which despitefully use you." So there come times where they ask you to do them a favor. When it's time for them to do you a favor, it's a why. We call it, it's a problem, right? At the same time, verse 30, verse 30, let's read down 29. It says, "And to him that smiteth thee on the one cheek, offer also the other. And him that taketh away thy cloak, forbid not to take thy coat also." You know, so if the apostles and others went into this breakdown before, you know, so they do you wrong, you know, don't seek vengeance, for vengeance is of the Lord. You know, count it all joy. Verse 30, "Give to every man that asketh of thee, and of him that taketh away thy goods, ask them not again." So if they ask you to borrow something and they choose not to return them back, right, well, once you ask for it, hey, you know, everything good. You see? But again, you know, don't mind these people. You know, trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, for he will avenge you. And woe unto you who are full, for you will hunger. Right now, Akim, blessed are ye. Don't feel bad when the things around you, the things of this world, don't work inside your favor. Because if you are of the world will love you. But because you are not of the world hates you. And remember, the world hate the Most High before they hate you. If you're doing the work of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and you're hated for doing the work of the Lord, count it all joy. Why? Because it is the Most High who they hate, not you. You come in the stead of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And the same way, if they rejected actual Yahweh Shem Yahushai back in the ancient world, how much more you think they're going to reject the spiritual Yahweh Shem Yahushai that is within you? You see how that works? But again, count it all joy, Akim. You know, I'll give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Akal Kadash, Wa Abad B'Bor. Shalom.